Well, where do I even start? Yep. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Plus has officially came out, and honestly, I'm kind of impressed. So, I feel like I want to share my thoughts on this series. I'm just basically going to show you clips of the show and just give my thoughts on it. No footage will be playing much because you'll be just seeing clips of the show because of copyright issues. So, how about we start? So the show just started off as what the original show did. Mickey walks up us and say hi. We say the magic words to summon the clubhouse, and it's the intro's different, and the clubhouse looks a bit more bigger than the original show was. And they added a pool to the house, which is different. The song is just like the original, but with different tones. And I'm saying tone is because like the characters' voices tones are completely different from the original. And then we get to the show where Mickey says he has a big surprise for us. We meet the rest of the characters, Minnie, Daisy, Donald, and Pluto, and they meet up with Professor Von Drake, and he has like a special surprise for them, which the surprise is actually a small surprise. Professor Von Drake shows them Little Helper, the new character who's supposed to help the friends, just similar to Toodles. Then Mickey and his friends decide to greet Little Helper with a warm welcoming, and it's kind of nice introducing a new character to a show that needed a reboot. And I think we're kind of off to a decent start already, and Professor Von Drake tells them to take care of Little Helper while he's away, and Professor Von Drake never returns. It's not to now. I'm not trying to say that Professor Von Drake's never going to return, but I hope he kind of returns. Then Mickey wants Little Helper to pull the lever from the original show to switch it to the kitchen. Then we kind of re-enter the kitchen a bit. It has a different design to it to the original. They were gonna make a watermelon smoothies. A mess was made. They sang a song which it's kind of catchy, but it's not really that memorable though. They cleaned it up and managed to make the proper watermelon smoothies. The mess was made because the cap wasn't on the blender. So yeah, it was nice. And so far, it's kind of interesting how we're just getting to know the series again. It just feels so long. But like with any other reboot, they introduce something new to the table, which Little Helper points up what's up in the ceiling, and Mickey shows him it's a little hangout area, which is something we fans of the original Mickey Mouse Clubhouse don't remember there being there. And I have a theory that all the other shows that aired after the original Mickey Mouse Clubhouse series feel like dreams. Like they were in a long sleep and they woke up and they decided to add that hangout area up on the clubhouse. And that feels kind of interesting because those shows were really interesting. And so is this hangout area. They have like a little gaming area, like a bookshelf. It's strange how we got introduced to not a new character, but a new part of the clubhouse already. I would say this kind of feels throwing our face into the last minute, but it's well, I kind of don't know what to say. This whole thing is just leaving me speechless. I hope this part of the clubhouse gets used more. I kind of like it. And then we cut to seeing Goofy coming in from the glove balloon. And I know the image that's being shown right now is just the hangout room, but I was lazy and I can't get a good screenshot. I'm sorry, I couldn't. And then and Goofy meets Little Helper too. And once the glove balloon was floating away, Little Helper wanted to have the glove balloon stay, but however, once Little Helper grabbed onto the string of the glove balloon, he kind of got himself into a bit of a pickle. The glove balloon flies away with Little Helper, and they obviously respond in the way you think they would. And like the original show, the only way to fix a problem is to get some mouse tools from the mouse doer. And the sequence is about the same as you think it is. Mouska hey, Mouska hi, Mouska ho. They sing the song to collect the Mouska tools, and the Mouska tools that they collected were stickers, a candy cane, and a telescope. And they introduced a new gimmick that could be often into the show, a mystery mouse pal, which is a mystery pal that can help them later with any certain problem. And the show, once the show was about to air, the new on an article, the, the article said that there can be often cameos and crossover, like cameos, I think. So that's kind of interesting. And I'll get to what the Mystery Mouse Kapow was used for and who was the Mystery Mouse Kapow, but like, and the sequence had Toodles, the best character ever in it, and it was, yeah, it definitely felt like the OG Mickey Mouse Clubhouse was coming back in a way with a new style, and obviously, when they need a mouse tool, they obviously need to say "Oh Toodles," and I really find I'm really gotta get used to the Mystery Mouse Kapow thing, because like I was mostly familiar with Mystery Mouse Tool, and Mystery Mouse Kapow is clearly something I gotta get used to. So and we got our mouse tools, and they receive on their way to get Little Helper back from the flying away glove balloon, and so they used two of their mouse tools. Used a telescope to find him where he's at, and Mickey used a candy cane to at least get to the glove balloon. But however, they ended up in a big farm on a hill, and Little Helper gets flung away at maximum speed. He doesn't die somehow because this is a kid show, and Mickey needed to get down from a tree that they were stuck on. And you would you don't think who would be the mystery mouse pal? You wouldn't. It's a hard one. It's clearly the giant from the original show. No difference. Big yes. Farm on a hill. Big farm. Yes. It's clearly the giant from the original show. And his design is decent, I guess, in this style. I know he hasn't appeared in like a while, but I I kind of don't mind and do mind on this. I mean, I it this on RTX version of the giant from the original show feels very uncanny valley, and yeah. Anyways, Genie and not Genie, the giant managed to get Mickey down, and they needed to find Little Helper who was stuck in the forest, this maze. And luckily, when they did, they forgot how to get their way back. They managed to find a map that was conveniently on the ground there for some reason, and that's kind of interesting. And I really just find the characters like how things are handling feels more like the original show. It it's the pacing is at least decent in this way. I and they managed to get Little Helper free from the maze, and their last tool they used were the sticker shapes because the glove balloon popped. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, how does the glove balloon just not like it? The balloon would have shattered to pieces. But anyway, they managed to fix the balloon. They managed to head back home, and they did the hot dog dance like the original show did. And yeah, so that's pretty much it of my thoughts on the rest. Now, I don't think I could be watching the rest of the show because I got other stuff to do, and I haven't been watching much TV lately, so I'm mostly just on my phone, just doing my work and business. So I think we're kind of off to a good start, and I do like it. But the one thing that kind of disappointed me, um,
My boy Toodles barely spoke!
even though he had his face, he didn't even spoke. He didn't even say anything. He was like, "Hey, what's up?" Like he feels more wasted
he feels more like a plot device than he did in the original show. Like, this episode feels more dedicated to Little Helper, and just introducing the new stuff to the show, which I would be mad at Little Helper, even though I do have beef with Little Helper, but I'm gonna be for real. It's not really as bad it's not as bad as I think it is. I don't know. Maybe later on, if this reboot gets another episode that's centered around Toodles, kind of like how the original show did, it would be fun to see Toodles and Little Helper trying to at least make amends or at least make a good friendship, because I kind of want like good development on this reboot, because not only are certain lessons can be good, just I kind of wish that we it just like I hope like Toodles can speak. I hope he can still speak. Like, I really loved Toodles a lot. Like, he was the one I remember his jingle when I was a kid. I could not get his jingle out of my head. He felt like the most goated goat out of all goats out there in cartoon history. Like, I just loved this guy. I hope he speaks again. I hope he speaks in another episode, and I hope they get his voice actor in, because like I think this reboot feels somewhat fun. So anyways, I think we're kind of off to a good start of the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse reboot, or Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Plus. I really think this is fun for the kids. I may not be watching as much because of my own personal life. I think it's nice that we are getting to re-know the characters a bit, and I hope we have more fun on the show. This feels fun. This show has a lot of stuff to like get used to, especially Little Helper. Now, I did had some posts of me getting upset about this, but well, I'm being for real. He's not that dangerous. And is it just me, or when this dude talks, he sounds like a Gochizo from Kamen Rider Gap? Like, am I tweaking? Well, no. Well, I guess this is the end of my honest thoughts. In conclusion, I don't think this reboot's bad. It's not as bad as the other shows that came out after the original Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. It's somewhat off to a good start. And since the show's rumored to like have cameos, I wonder if like random celebrities are going to be in there, like Weird Al, or heck, Phineas and Ferb. That'd be crazy. See, and other than that, I hope you enjoyed my honest review of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Plus. We're already off to somewhat a good start, and I really loved making this review. I hope you enjoyed, and I heard that Sophia the First was also getting a reboot. I'm wondering to see how that goes. I vaguely remember Sophia the First, but I think I can give it a shot. And not gonna lie, it would be cool if we got a Jake and the Neverland Pirates reboot. That'd be so fun. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed my review. If you didn't like this, then why did you even click it? You should leave now. Don't even go rage bait on my comments. Well, but that's it. Deuce is done, and remember to enjoy your life. Goodbye.